In this video, we will explain you about how to conduct experiment on three-phase induction motor to obtain performance characteristics of three-phase induction motor. Here you can look into the circuit diagram where MCB three-phase supply will be connected to three-phase auto transformer, and then auto transformer will be connected to three-phase induction motor through wattmeter and then ammeter. So please ensure that wattmeter should be used within the range, within the suitable range for that particular induction motor. For that one, we should look into the nameplate details of induction motor, and then we should choose the ratings of wattmeter. Ratings means current scale and then voltage range. So here since you are giving three-phase AC supply, the voltage range is selected as voltmeter range is selected as 0 to 500 volts, and then the induction motor nameplate details you can see here. The machine type is three-phase squirrel cage induction motor, and then rated voltage is 400 volts, and the rated speed of this machine is 1440 rpm. It is 5 HP motor. So and then if you calculate the current, it is around so if you calculate the current, it will come around 7.5 amperes. Since the current rating of the machine is 7.5 amperes, it is better to take the ammeter range as 10 amps, and then the voltmeter will be selected as 0 to 500 volts. Similarly, wattmeter voltage scale is 0 to 600, and then current scale is 0 to 10 amps. So since you have to measure three-phase power, so you need minimum 2 wattmeters. Since induction motor operates at power factor of 0.85 to 0.9, it is better to take UPF wattmeters. Okay, please ensure that you are taking 2 UPF wattmeters. Okay, you can observe here we have taken voltmeter of 0 to 500 volts, and then wattmeter, 2 wattmeters we have taken. Both are what it called UPF wattmeters. You can observe here PW is 1P, and then you have to set the current range as 10 amps. So current range should be set by connecting these 4 terminals. Okay, if these 2 plates are parallel, it will be set for higher range, that is 10 amps. If these 2 are in series, then it will be set for 5 amps. Here both are parallel, that's why it has been set for 10 amps. You can observe here, and then similarly the other wattmeter is also here. So here you can see the voltage range. Okay, how to set the voltage range of that wattmeter. You have option between 150, 300, 600. Since you are operating with three-phase supply, it is better to go for 600 volts. So here also it has been taken for 600 volts. And then please ensure that you are using thin wires for C and V connections. Okay, this is C, common point is C, and then voltage setting point is V. And then similarly you have to take ammeter. As I told you previously, the current rating of the machine is 7.5 amps, so it is better to take 10 amps ammeter. So as we seen in the circuit diagram, first we need to connect R phase output of the MCB to the auto transformer input. You can see these ports are belongs to three-phase auto transformer. These 4 points are belongs to MCB output. So R phase of the output of the MCB is connected to R phase of the input of the auto transformer, and then Y phase of output of MCB is connected to Y phase of input of auto transformer, and then B phase is connected to B phase, and then neutral is connected to neutral of the auto transformer. So now supply is given to the input of the auto transformer. So you have to take out the output of auto transformer, and then you have to connect it to the induction motor. So in order to measure the power, you need to connect output of the auto transformer through the wattmeter and then ammeter. So we can take R phase of the output of the auto transformer, and then we can connect it to the M of the wattmeter. M of the wattmeter. From L of the wattmeter, it should be connected to the R phase of the stator winding. Stator winding is connected in delta, please remember that. And now R phase is completed. Let us come for Y phase. So in Y phase is there is no need to put the meters. So directly connect Y phase of the output of the auto transformer to the Y phase of the stator of induction motor. Next is B phase. So from B phase, so in order to measure the current, connect to the ammeter. So from ammeter, we should be connected to the wattmeter M, and from wattmeter L we should be connected to the B phase. Now these connections are over, these series connections are over, so still we have to do this V point connections and then voltmeter connections. So we have to short M and C first, M and C of wattmeter. So here you can see M and C, M point and C points are shorted with thin wire. As I told you previously, you have to use thin wires for C and V connections. And then here also M and C are shorted. In both the wattmeters, M and C are shorted. You have to take out the V points of both the wattmeters. So the voltage, since the voltage setting of both the wattmeters are 600 volts, so you can take it and then you can connect to the common phase. That is, common phase is Y phase here. So it is going to connect both V's at common point Y. You can choose the Y point at induction motor Y phase or output of the auto transformer. So here I have connected it to the Y phase of stator of 3-phase induction motor. So this voltmeter should be used in order to obtain what is the output of the auto transformer. So it is better to connect across two phases of the output of the auto transformer, that is R and Y phase. You can observe here, voltmeter is connected across the output of the auto transformer across R and Y phase. This is going to measure the line voltage. So now the connection is over. So before conduction, you have to ensure that auto transformer is in zero position. You can see this is the auto transformer. It is in zero position. And then you have to ensure that mechanical load is also zero. Mechanical load applied over the induction motor is also zero. Now we shall go with the conduction. Before going with the conduction, first you have to go through the procedure. So you can see the first step is you have to ensure that connection has been done according to the circuit diagram. That has been done. And then you have to ensure that auto transformer is in zero voltage position, and then you have to close the supply switch. So you have to ensure that auto transformer is zero. Then you have to close the supply switch, that is MCB. Once it's switched on, okay, now you have to vary the auto transformer until the rated voltage is applied to the stator. You have to ensure the rated voltage by going to the voltmeter which is connected across output of the auto transformer. So you have to vary the auto transformer until this voltmeter indicates 415 volts, that is the rated voltage of induction motor. So just vary the auto transformer until the rated voltage is applied across the induction motor. Now it is around 415. So you can say that rated voltage is applied across the induction motor. You can look at the readings of wattmeters. So this wattmeter is indicating positive reading. This wattmeter gets back. So in order to get the reading in this wattmeter, so you have to interchange C and V. Okay, you have to take out V point here and then C point wire. So just interchange common and then V points. Now I am interchanging C and V in wattmeter 2. So now you are getting deflection, positive deflection here. So you have to take out this reading as negative since you have reversed C and V. This is the no load reading. So first you have to tabulate the no load reading. The first reading you can tabulate as no load as 415 volts, and then current is around 4 amperes. And then W1 reading, as you can see the scaling here, 0, 15, 100, 150 like that. So between 100 to 150 this third division. So each one is 10, 10, 10. So 130. 130 into K1, wattmeter constant you can calculate it later. And then W2 reading is 100. You have to take it as negative. 100 into K2. And then weight supplied over the induction motors are 0. And then speed of the induction motor is 1495 RPM. This is no load reading of the experiment. So now you can observe that two coils are set to 0. No load is applied over the rotor. Rotor is free to rotate. Initially, you have to pour some water to the brake drum, okay, in order to avoid the air dissipation between this belt and brake drum. So now you have to start to load the machine in order to get the performance characteristics. You have to load in such a way that it should not exceed the rated current. The rated current of induction motor is 7.5 amperes. So we should go step by step. Okay, now the current is around 4 amps, no load current. Let us apply load up to 5 amperes and then we can take from the first sample of reading. So you have to vary the loads until you are going to get 5 amps in the ammeter. As load increases, you can observe the ammeter it deflects. Now it is around 4.5. We shall set the initial reading for 4.5 only. And then this is the first reading to be taken. This is the first load. And then we can move on the cycle. So as usual, supply voltage is 450. 450. And then wattmeter reading is around 200, 220. 31. And then this is first one 10. And then samples S1, S2 to be taken. S1 is 2K, and then S2 is 11K. This is the first sample of reading for the load test. Similarly, you have to vary the load for 5 amps, 5.5 amps, 6 amperes, 6.5, and then you can go up to 7 amps, and then you can note on the corresponding values. Okay, and then after completion of all these samples, first thing you have to do is you have to release the load. So once the load is released, then bring back arrow transformer to 0. Okay, and then you have to switch off the MCB. So this is how you have to conduct the experiment, that is load test on 3-phase induction motor.